Hello everybody. This is my dog Junior over here. He's part of my family. He's our dog. He's the only dog. Of course, he's a male, and he has a lot of problems, and we have to deal with it every day. We go through this stuff every day with him. He's very annoying. We feed him every day, but yeah, he still bothers us. Anyway, this is an assignment to demonstrate the understanding of the complexities so sex and gender as they impact a specific group of healthcare professional such as my fellow technologists. We need to talk about the difference between sex and gender. Sex is a term which refers to biological differences between males and females, such as the genitalities and genetic differences. While gender is the state of being male or female, which typically used with reference to social values, behavioral and cultural differences rather than biological ones. Men and women differ genetically. Women have two X chromosomes, while men have an X and a Y. The father determines a baby's sex because he only the Y chromosome to transmit, while mother always provides an X chromosome. Women and men not just differ in primary genitalia and reproductive organs, and secondary breast, voice, hair distribution, and such sexual characteristics, but in average weight, height, strength, and longevity, men tend to be taller and to weigh more than women do, while women tend to live longer than men and have excellent endurance capabilities. The biological nature of men and women not as narrow enclosure limiting the human organisms, but rather as a broad based upon which a variety of structures can be built. Since I'm a man, I'm sorry, I have to add this. In most societies, men tend to be somewhat more aggressive than women are. Right, Johnny? Many of the behavioral and attitudinal differences between the sexes emerge from culture rather than biology. Talking about reproductive strategies, women give birth, breastfeed, assume primary responsibility for infant caregiving. Also, women can have only so many babies during the course of their reproductive years and end with menopause, while men have a longer reproductive period which can last into the elder years. Patients who have legally changed their sex designation to match their affirmed gender, for example, many EMRs structure procedure ordered to the patient's recorded sex, thus make it difficult to order a prostate ultrasound on a trans woman or to create a pregnancy encounter when performing CT can scan for a trans man. The EMR working group convened by a World Professional Association for Transgender Health Executive Committee in 2011 recommended that the demographic variables of an EMR should include preferred name, assigned sex as at birth, gender identity, and pronoun preference. These practices remain uncommon in the United States, although the situation may improve as the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has mandated that all EMRs must collect data on gender identity to meet the requirements outlined in the Meaningful Use Initiative program. Additional practices issued in the healthcare setting include the limited availability of unisex restrooms in outpatient setting and challenges associated with shared rooms in the inpatients unit. Lack of gender-based prevention, management, and therapy negatively impact care for males and females. I had a female patient who looks like a typical man and identified her as a female. And I treated her and performed the x-ray as a female while I knew she was a trans woman. You know what happens. New approaches to gender-based care. Men are now following the example of women in drawing attention to the link between gender, health, and healthcare. The health of both sexes is influenced by biological factors including, but not confined to, their reproductive characteristics. Socially constructed gender characteristics are also important in shaping the capacity of both women and men to release their potential for health. Gender inequalities in access to health promoting resources have damaging effects on women's well being. Men facing particular problems because of their relation between masculine identities and risk taking. Greater sensitivity to sex and gender is needed in medical research, service delivery, and wider social policies. I hope you had some knowledge between sex and gender. Have a good day.